Hello YouTube, this is Archer Investing. Welcome to another video here with my portfolio update. I know it's been almost 2 weeks since I last posted a video. Been kind of busy, but there hasn't been much going on in the portfolio this past couple of weeks, especially, well, I guess not especially, but besides today. Today my portfolio is up to 116, which is an all-time high for me. That's great because, the new goal for me is to reach 150K this year. I did reach my 100K goal earlier in, I think, early May, I believe. So now I moved the goal to 150. So that's nice. Right now, my portfolio is up almost 3% just today. This week is up almost 6%. 1 month out, up almost 12%. Well, over 12%. 3 months out, I am up 43.43%. Year to date, I'm up almost 47%. 1 year out, I'm up 106%. And all time, I'm up almost 65%. Buying power is sitting at $4,294.62. And then I have a margin buffer of 22.2%. There has been a lot of changes to the portfolio. Kind of want to find a way to organize how I talk about everything. What I've been doing in the past was just going over all of my options and then going to the stocks. I think I'm going to start talking about my stocks first and then going to that option that relates to that stock and then do it like that. So that's what I'm going to do right now. As far as my ETFs goes, hasn't really been much of a change. Still buying SPY, QQQ, JEPI, JEPIQ. Not much of a change there. Still have my Coca-Cola, SoFi. So SoFi right now had a pretty big jump today and yesterday. So this stock is up over 16.32% just this week, which is nice because SoFi has been around the $15 to $16 range for a while already. I have over 1,000 shares, 1,100 shares to be exact. Been in the red in this position for a while, so it is pretty nice to be in the green for once. I'm up almost 9%, not almost 9%. I'm up almost 10% in this position. Total green of $1,744.14. This number is still changing. In the aftermarket, I have an average cost of $16.70. I was selling a call, but that expired worthless. And then I sold another one here, which is a $19 call. And this is down 366% for a total of $550. I am planning to roll this position out and up. So I don't want to give up my SoFi shares just yet. And then kind of another thing, if you notice, all of my puts and calls kind of expire all in June 18th. Besides my long Irene put and some leaps that I have. But speaking of leaps, I have a 5 leap calls here for the SoFi at $20. These expire June 17th, 2027, which is about a little over a year out. I am still down 6% in this position. And then I have another SoFi $13 call that I'm up $810. I am going to keep holding on to this position. What I might do is if SoFi reaches 25, I might start trimming down a little bit. Probably sell one of these leaps right here, one of these $13 call leaps, and maybe a $20 call leap as well. But for right now, I'm just going to keep holding them, and I'm going to keep rolling this $19 call out and up as long as I can. But honestly, too, this is another big reason why my portfolio reached an all-time high, just because of SoFi. I wonder what it looked like when it went up to the $19, which I could probably see. I don't know if it lets me. Or I guess 115. But yeah, that's good. Visa's kind of been staying the same, really. So not that much of an update here. Currently have 18.49 shares. I did sell some of my Visa's shares earlier last week and the week before that. But I'm still up over 5% in this position, almost 5% in this position, sorry, with the average cost of $312.15. Amazon, I have 16 shares of Amazon average cost of $239.65. I am up 12.87% in this position. I am holding Amazon for the long run. I'm not going to be selling this at all. Holding it at least for a year. Same thing with Visa. So just going to keep dollar cost averaging into this position, buying $4 daily. American Express, I did sell a little bit of my American Express shares. I have 26.45 shares, average cost of $318.23. I am down 0.5%. Same thing with Amazon. I will be holding the rest of these shares throughout the year at least before I start selling them out, unless I really have to. I'm not going to sell out on American Express. Just going to keep holding on to it. UNH, same thing. I think it reached over 400 at some point. I might be wrong. I might be way wrong. But currently have just over 8 shares, average cost of $292. I am up almost 30% for a total of $696. Going to continue to hold this position as well. DRS. I have a dividend coming in of $1.49. Currently up almost 20% in this position. Average cost of $41.22. Total return $128.60. Just going to continue holding this position. Still DCAing $3 every day. MSTR is at 158, almost 159. I think it reached 160. But if you look at the weekly chart the weekly right here, it was around the 160s, 164. 1 month out, it was at 196. So I had a call that I bought. Don't remember when I bought it, but it expired worthless. So I did end up losing on some money. I did think MSTR would turn around. It didn't. I sold MSTR and then bought back in. I think I sold it at 149 and then bought back in. No, I sold it at 152, bought back in at 149, made a little bit of profit. And then I sold a 155 call for a profit of $1,100. And now I am deep in the money on my call right here, down over $1,310. I could still roll this out. If not, that's okay. I still, make the premium that I made and then made the difference between 155 and the 149. So it's a win-win scenario. I just won't be making as much money as I would. And then I have a MSTR 145 put here. I am down 4% in this position. I could still roll this one out and down if necessary, but it looks like MSTR is back in the uptrend, at least for now. One thing about MSTR, I wish I would have just let the calls expire when it was at 180. But I kept rolling them out. But it is what it is, Couldn't really see that drop coming. Microsoft, I have 15 shares of Microsoft, average cost of $406. I am up 10%. Total return of $657, which is really nice. Microsoft was actually pretty up today, which is nice because it's been kind of stagnant for a little bit. Going to continue to hold this position. Still DCAing $5 every day. Irene, I still have my 100 shares of Irene. I'm still up 54% in this position for a total of $2,216. Average cost of $41 flat. I do have a sell call in this position, which I am down 77%. I am agreeing to sell Irene at $70 per share. And this one does expire June 18th, just like the rest of them. And I have 8 contracts of Irene for $40 put sells. Average cost that I got the credit for was $9.95. So that means I got $995 per contract. And right now I'm currently up almost 30% for a total return of $2,320. I am going to let this position just expire throughout time, unless Irene just makes a sudden jump to like $85 or something. But even then, I'll probably just trim about half of the contracts, and that's about it. Oh yeah, and another thing, I think I'll be making just over $7,000 on this sell put position, which is pretty nice. But yeah. Robinhood has been going pretty crazy today. It went a little bit crazy yesterday, but not as big as today. Just today, it's up over 10%. Robinhood is now at $94.30. I did sell 10 shares earlier today, I think around $92. I had 110 shares of Robinhood. I sold 10 at $93 actually. Made a little bit of a profit. I think it was like $88. And I'll show you guys that later. But I have a hood call that I'm selling at 82. So this one's pretty deep in the money. I'm down in this sell call position. 532% in the red for a total of negative $1,183. But since it is a sell call, I'm technically not losing any money. I will be making the premium that I got for selling that contract, as well as the difference between the 82 and the 74.53 here, which is just like just over $700 a profit as well. But I could also roll this position out, but we'll see how it goes. I might just let it expire. Google just kind of DCAing into this position. And then a lot of these, I'm just kind of DCAing. I'll just go over those right now, actually. MU, CoreWeave, kind of DCAing a little bit. Intel, Sienna, Cigna. Actually has Cigna Insurance. That's kind of one of the reasons why I bought this one. I actually really like it. And I have one share of D-Wave Quantum. And then I have another share or 2 shares of IonQ. And that's just kind of keep an eye on them. But actually, this one's been performing pretty nicely. Up 47% in this position. Damn. So I'm wondering that, like, if I should have just bought 100 shares, I couldn't have been up a pretty good amount. But it's okay. And then I think this one I'm up pretty decent as well. Yeah, 22%. But anyways, back to here. Quantum computing, I have 100 shares. I am currently up only 6.42%. I am selling a call and a put and a leap on this position. So my call is currently down 44.68% for negative $21. I have a put here of $10.50. I'm currently up 31%. Sorry, I got distracted. And then I have a leap contract that I'm selling at $10 call that I'm buying, sorry. And I am up 6.67% for a total of $40. I am planning to hold this position. I am trying to make at least 20% profit before I sell. Let's see. Poet, I have 100 shares, 128 shares to be exact, with the average cost of $13.18. I'm down $126. I do have 2 strategies here. I have a sale call, currently up 20% for a total of $20. And then I have 5 contracts of sell puts, currently down 27.68% for a total return of negative $155. I could always roll this out and down, so I'm not really too worried. Then I have EOS Energy, only 15 shares. Just kind of eyeballing this position. Not going to really do anything with it. And I talked about IonQ. I think I talked about CoreWeave a little bit already. Oh, here, this one. So this is a stock that IPO'd pretty recently. I think it was, like May 14th. Cerebras System. I've been just buying little chunks of shares here and there. I'm currently down almost 10% in this position for a negative $432.45. Going to continue just buying little chunks here and there. And then once I reach 100 shares, depending where I'm at, I'll start selling some calls or what I might do is just hold it for a little bit. Hopefully it gets back up to like the 280 and then start selling some calls there. That's my plan for that one for right now. But yeah. Oh, another thing I don't think I mentioned. So part of the reason why my portfolio was down was because of MicroStrategy. So MicroStrategy was one of my biggest positions, and it still is technically. But once it went from 196 all the way down to 145, yeah, that really took a big hit to my portfolio. And the only reason why my portfolio is up is because mostly SoFi, but other positions as well. I should have just sold MicroStrategy. Yeah, MicroStrategy a lot sooner. Let it that roll, but it is what it is. The Roth IRA looking pretty nice. Year to date, I'm up 21%. And this is because I have SoFi Leaps. Total return of $1,964.04 for a total of 24.49%. I'm going to hold this, honestly, maybe until expiration. We'll see. And I'm selling a $19 call on my 100 shares of SoFi right here as well, just to get a little bit of passive income. It's not that much, but it's better than nothing. But yeah, that's my portfolio update for you guys. Need to start being more consistent with the videos, but life gets busy at times. I've been trying to plan to do some stuff, and yeah, but hopefully I could get to 150 this year. That'll be a really big milestone. I can see it coming. I have been putting money into this account still, at least once a month. I think I put 1,000 this month. I might be wrong. But anyways, yeah, if you guys like these type of videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.